Okay, welcome to this ASMR video. Today we are going to be playing through Alien 3, the arcade game. I'll just be talking about all things Alien. We will be discussing Alien Romulus and just what we see on screen here, and my thoughts on this game. I didn't even know this game existed until recently. What I've been doing is going onto this website that allows you to play any arcade game ever made, and that's really cool. I think this came out maybe, I don't know, mid-90s, because the graphics look really, really good. So this is like a railgun arcade game. You could just imagine that it would be like on an arcade machine in some arcade, and they're not very common these days, arcades, but you get the idea. Basically they do exist, but they're not around very much. But it's cool that you can play these old games on your PC for free, and just use your keyboard as the controller. You can also add joysticks, I guess, to get the full experience. But yeah, I was shocked that I didn't even know this game existed. I played most of the Alien games, and I didn't realize like this looked so good. Facehuggers galore, and there's even a super facehugger, which is like the film. So this game is based on Alien 3, but it doesn't really stick to the film like religiously. We'll see as the game progresses, but it's really, the graphics are really amazing. Some arcade games were way before their time. Okay, stage 2. We're going through the Sulaco. So the Sulaco was the spacecraft that you see at the end of Aliens. And you, as most people know, in Alien 3, apologies if there's spoilers for the films, but yeah, so it takes place on Furiona 16. Furio, I'm not sure, I never remember the name, but they've really captured what it looked like in this game. I love the score of Alien 3, the film. It's what makes a great Alien film, is the score. Really makes a film. And even if the film is bad, the score still The score for 3 was really haunting and really depressing, but also very beautiful. And I often listen to the score for Alien 3, along with one very beautiful pieces of music. So Alien 3 takes place on a prison colony. It's just full of male prisoners. It's a male-only prison, but I'm not sure if the whole island, the whole world is a prison, or what have you. And the alien, the xenomorph in Alien 3 is very different from those seen in other films. It's probably the film with maybe the least amount of alien on screen. I'm not sure, but it's very, very minimal that where you see the alien, and it's only one alien. There's different cuts of the film, so depending on what version you see, the alien is born either from a dog, one of the prisoners' dogs, or it was an ox. And I think I preferred the ox better. I think it's called the Alien 3 assembly cut, and that's probably the best version of the film out there. It's a huge improvement on the theatrical cut. It's as I think Roger Ebert put in his review, it's the best looking bad film there is. It is a very beautiful film, but it just came out it didn't do too well, and it pissed off a lot of fans for what it did. And every sequel after that has been mixed results, really. Now, should we talk about Alien Romulus? I was, first off, when I heard they were doing it, I wasn't that excited. But I really like the director of that film, Fede Alvarez. He's done some really good films, especially Don't Breathe. That was a really great film to watch. And so having seen Alien Romulus, I've seen it once, and it was a really good return to form. There's some parts I didn't like, but overall I thought it was a really good Alien film. And as a fan, it gave you exactly what has been missing in Alien films for so long. And I think a large part of it has to do with that's the look of it, the aesthetics of the technology. They were using a lot of, it looked like really dated technology that is from the first few films. So keeping with that continuity, because Alien Romulus takes place in between Alien and Aliens. There is so I'm just going to talk about the spoilers. Please don't watch anymore if you haven't seen it, but wow, it really went places. I like the inclusion of Ash. The face looked a bit off sometimes, but then again, it is an android, so it doesn't really matter. I thought the voice, they must have got AI for that. What you can do with AI these days is pretty crazy and scary. I love the practical effects. You could tell that it was really there. What else was there? The setting was great. The spaceship. I haven't played much of Alien Isolation because that game terrifies me. So yeah, I don't play that type of game. Survival games, they don't do me very well. Because yeah, not just not my type of game. But the film apparently took many things from the Alien Isolation game. I think the story is kind of, well, not similar, but it pretty much, there's a setting of alien experiments on a space shuttle. Like you're seeing the aftermath of what happened. And I thought, even, the first few minutes of Alien Romulus, that was really cool. The going into the debris field of the destroyed Nostromo. That was really cool. But I'm pretty sure that the big chap was incinerated in the jets. The ignition thing, fire. So I don't know how. It was a pretty cool jumping off point for the film, and with the small amount of characters, you want them to succeed, but you know that they're not. There's going to be problems up ahead. So I thought the first two acts were really good. I didn't like the whole elevator bit. I thought that could have been done better. The aliens didn't seem that threatening. I don't know, I've seen it once, so maybe I need to watch it again. I knew that they were going to do something to tie in with the Alien prequels, because Ridley Scott was producing them, and he always had that desire to finish up his prequel trilogy, so I knew that was going to be tied in somehow, but I didn't think they would be using the black goo, the pathogen. Now this is pretty cool, going through this. I don't know what these things are. Cyborgs. Going through the mess hall. It's probably my favourite scene in the film, where the head guy gets sucked up into the air vent by the alien. And Ripley comes through the door saying, "It's here." And then I forgot the character's name. He gets pulled up into the air vent. Such a great scene. And the guy goes, "Fuck!" Okay. mean, the settings were really cool. So they did a few different scripts for Alien 3. It was in development for quite some time, which is also can be said for Aliens. Like, they didn't greenlight a sequel to that because 20th Century Fox said that it didn't make a profit, which is hard to believe. So they didn't greenlight a sequel to Alien for quite a while. But then getting back to Alien 3, I think there were a few different scripts. One was going to take place on a wooden planet, I think, which would have been pretty bizarre. It was run by monks. And that's kind of what we ended up with. There's a lot to do with the making of Alien 3. There's a lot behind it, and it's very interesting. Like the making of and the special features that you get on those Alien DVD sets are really first class. It's like everything you could ever want to know about these films. Really some of the best special features I've ever seen. Goes through the whole production stage. But yeah, I've been trying to get my hands on the Alien 3 assembly cut. It used to be pretty readily available. There's even a DVD somewhere of it, but it's hard to get the right one because there are a few versions out there. I think I borrowed mine from a video store somewhere. So it's so many xenomorphs, facehuggers. Everything's like flying at the screen. And I like the color design of the alien in Alien 3. It's like a reddish color. Reddish gold. And it walked on all fours like a dog. Yeah, there's so many different things coming at you on these games. It's like a non-stop action ride. But it's good when you can play these on PC because you just press a button and you get unlimited lives. It's kind of cheating, but also if you just want to experience the game, it's a good way of playing it. Because it wasn't cheap, it was like $1 for every life that you had. Maybe if there were this many xenomorphs in the film, it would have done better. But I think the big thing was it being so different to Aliens. People were expecting a continuation of that film. Not so, but in a not so miserable way. There's also a radio play that they did recently called William Gibson's Alien 3, and it uses a script for Alien 3 that wasn't used, and it brings back Michael Biehn and Lance Henriksen, and their voices are just amazing to listen to. Especially Lance Henriksen. Incredible voice. I could listen to that voice all day. It's very relaxing. I think I've fallen asleep a few times listening to the audio book. So that's on Audible. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the game here. Well, coming up. We're in the blast furnace. But I guess there's also a difference in that the films sometimes, like in Alien, the xenomorph seems indestructible. But then when you have many xenomorphs, they, like a shotgun, will take it out. But then again, they say that a different kind of species of xenomorph. Depends who the host was, I guess. But yeah, it's weird that there's different types of xenomorph that you can get, depending on how they were made. If you take the aliens from Aliens and Alien Resurrection, compare them to the Alien and Alien 3, it's very different. And in the methods that it took to kill them. So I think it's more scarier when they seem indestructible. It's like a cockroach that you can't kill. Okay, what is this? We're coming up to the final battle. We need to put the alien into the smelter or whatever it is, into the lead. Yeah, if you've seen this game or played this game, please let me know in the comments. It's always nice to hear your thoughts. Okay, here we go. We've got to get this xenomorph and kill it. Finally put it out of its misery. It's cool that it's got the Asian lettering there. So Wayland Yutani was like a... Oh my god, here it comes again. We're not out of the woods yet. It's gonna be a pretty pissed off xenomorph here, coming out of the lead. I think, yeah, what do they do in the film? It's been so long since I've seen it, but don't they... It jumps out of the lead and then something else happens and it explodes. I think the ending to Alien 3 is as bleak as it is. It's still like a perfect ending. And then we've got Bishop 2. It's all that other thing to Alien series is the trust in AI and androids. Would you trust your life to them? They can be very manipulative, as as seen in Ash and David, and even Andy. That was pretty cool. I really liked Andy in Alien Romulus. And I guess Alien 3 should be recognised for the fact that it didn't follow the endings of every other Alien film, where the idea is just blowing the creature out into space. Instead, they had to figure something else out without any weapons. I guess there's so many more films that could be made for the Alien series. There's a lot of content out there, really good content in the comics and everything. So there's plenty of time that they can explore over the films. So many more different stories to be told. I especially like there's one about a doctor who does experiments on the xenomorphs, and he survives being trapped in a hive. Really interesting stuff. So we're almost coming to the end of this video. I hope you really liked it, and it was awesome playing this game. I highly recommend it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.